Liverpool's search for defensive reinforcements has taken an intriguing turn, with reports suggesting the club have identified an alternative target to long-linked Crystal Palace star Marc Guehi. Arne Slot and the recruitment team are believed to be assessing multiple options ahead of the January transfer window, with one name in particular beginning to stand out as a serious contender. With Guehi's out of contract and competition from rival clubs posing potential obstacles, Liverpool appear to be exploring a more attainable, yet equally exciting, solution to strengthen their backline. The latest developments could signal a shift in the club's transfer strategy as they look to balance long-term planning with immediate defensive solidity. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool owners Fenway Sports Group insist they have learned from their mistakes running the club as they celebrate 15 years at Anfield. Principal owner John W. Henry, Liverpool chairman Tom Werner, and FSG president Mike Gordon also thanked fans for telling us when we've fallen short. Under the Americans' ownership, the club won the league for the first time in 30 years, adding another title last season and added a 6th Champions League to their tally. And they have pledged, our work isn't done. It has not all been plain sailing, with significant missteps, including an ill-advised involvement in the European Super League, which prompted an apology and U-turn from Henry within 48 hours, such was the backlash, hiking ticket prices to £77 and furloughing staff during COVID. Also both overturned after outcry from fans. Off the field, there have been times we've got things wrong, the management trio said in a joint statement. We know that, and we have learned from it. All our decisions are made with the best long-term interests of the club at the centre of our thinking. Addressing the fans, they said, "Thank you for welcoming us, for believing in this team through every high and low, for telling us when we've fallen short, and for showing the world what it truly means to be part of Liverpool Football Club. Today is a day to look back with gratitude, but it's also a reminder that our work isn't done. There's still so much more ahead of us, more to achieve, more to win, and more memories to make together." Under FSG, there has been considerable investment in infrastructure, with 2 new stands built at Anfield at a cost of more than £220 million and a new £50 million training ground constructed. But what has mattered most is the success they have enjoyed on the pitch, with the women's team also winning back-to-back league titles early in FSG's reign. When we first became involved with Liverpool, we knew we were joining something extraordinary and we hoped we could restore such an incredibly storied institution to standards it had previously set. But we could never have imagined exactly how the next 15 years would unfold, added the statement. From the outset, our primary aims were simple: to bring success back to Anfield and to ensure the long-term health and stability of this great club. We understood the responsibility that came with being its custodians, and we've tried to honour that every single day. We also understood the scale of the challenge, but recognised the potential that could be realised if everyone pulled in the same direction. Looking back now, it's not only been quite a journey, it's also been an incredible adventure that we, as owners, have been privileged to be a part of. Now, a reputable Merseyside journalist has claimed Liverpool definitely like Borussia Dortmund's Nico Schlotterbeck, and the Defenders sporting director has spoken about their stalled contract talks. Due to Giovanni Leone's long-term injury absence, Liverpool's links to centre-backs have ramped up in recent weeks. Schlotterbeck is the most heavily rumoured target at the moment, with Merseyside journalist David Lynch now telling Sports Mole that he is someone they definitely do like and have watched. This comes after Dave Osakop claimed positive talks have taken place with the centre-backs representatives. Over in Germany, Bild are reporting that Liverpool primarily see Schlotterbeck as a long-term successor to defensive star Virgil van Dijk. The German paper's journalist Yannick Huber added that it's becoming increasingly difficult for Dortmund to keep him, but a January move has been ruled out. Speaking to Bild, Dortmund sporting director Lars Ricken said, "It is his absolute right to plan his future carefully. We respect that, and I believe that salary is not the most important factor, but rather perspective, trust, and conviction. We won't rush into things, but of course, we don't want to drag it out indefinitely. Everyone is aware of that Schlotterbeck's contract is currently set to expire in 2027, and Dortmund want to extend. However, the 25-year-old has so far refused to commit his future at the Westfalenstadion. At the moment, he is valued at £60 million. That's going off a Sky Sports Switzerland report from the summer. Having also played at left back and in holding midfield during his career, the Bundesliga man is very adept at bringing the ball out of defence and playing incisive passes. His 8.21 progressive passes per 90 minutes over the last year is a figure not even Van Dijk, known for his calmness on the ball, can match. In fact, it places him in the top 1% of comparable top 5 league players. This ability in possession is something for which Arne Slot has publicly praised Van Dijk, and is a reason Ibrahima Konate may not be deemed a good long-term fit. In comparison to the Frenchman, Schlotterbeck is far better with the ball at his feet. In the air, Schlotterbeck is competitive, but not quite as tall as Konate or Van Dijk, coming in just a few centimetres shorter at 6'2". He is, however, taller than Marc Guehi by about 9 centimetres. While it is always difficult to tell how a player will adapt when moving to the Premier League, there is no reason why Schlotterbeck, who has 22 Germany caps, couldn't be a success for Liverpool. In other news, Liverpool were regularly linked with Bournemouth winger Antoine Semenyo heading into the summer transfer window, with it now claimed important figures wanted him. Semenyo has continued his outstanding form on Bournemouth's flank so far this season, with 6 goals and 3 assists in 8 appearances. That includes a brace in the 4-2 defeat to Liverpool, which kicked off the Premier League campaign, a night marred by one home supporter's racist abuse of the Ghana international. His performances in these early months of the season may lead those at Anfield to wonder what could have been, given claims of their interest. According to the Telegraph's Sam Dean, there were important figures at Liverpool who saw Semenyo as the ideal signing in the summer. If true, the decision was clearly made to prioritise the centre-forward position, with a combined £204 million spent on Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike. Sources told LFC News that a replacement was not sought for Luis Diaz on the left wing due to the club's faith in Rion Gumoha. Meanwhile, Arne Slot considers Jeremy Frimpong and Federico Chiesa as cover for guaranteed starter Mohamed Salah on the right. But 2 months into the season, there is a sense that Semenyo would have been the perfect addition, particularly given his versatility. So far this term, he has 4 goals and an assist as a right winger, and 2 goals, 2 assists from the left. It was, however, maintained that Bournemouth would not sell all of their major assets in one window, with Dean Huijten, Milos Kerkez, and Ilya Zabani all departing, along with attacker Dango Ouattara. Semenyo instead signed a new 5-year contract on July 1st. Tying him to Dean Court until 2030, but likely on the understanding that he could be allowed to leave in the future for the right fee. Whether Liverpool would revisit their interest remains to be seen. But if the 25-year-old does move, it would almost certainly be for a club record fee as far as Bournemouth are concerned. With Salah turning 34 next summer, by which point he will have a year left on his current deal, and doubts over the long-term future of Chiesa, a new winger may soon become a priority. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.